Hello everyone and welcome back to John's Food Review. Today we're going to be trying some new flavor Doritos Sweet and Tangy BBQ. It says new flavor. I don't know if it actually is. I don't know if it's like an old flavor that got, taken away and it's like, oh, let's put it back on the market again as a new flavor. I don't know. It said new. So haven't really eaten much today, and they're just chips, and I'm only having a couple. What's about 9 servings per container, 11 chips. I'm not going to be even having 11 chips. 11 chips per, the serving is 150 calories. I'm not even going to be having that many chips. So before anyone starts saying about junk food and this and that, I worked today in the factory, busted my ass, and I really haven't eaten. I ate breakfast, and then I went down there, and pretty much whatever I ate got worked off. I'm starving right now. I had like a bagel when I got back. So, since it's getting late, I don't want to have a meal because it's, what time is it now? 8 o'clock. So having a couple of chips isn't going to do anything. I get they're bad for you. They're all saturated fats and this, and I get it. I'm fine though. Trust me. Plus I was just down at Dollar General for like an hour, so walking around. So I'm kind of hungry. Couple chips, not gonna hurt. Ooh. Smells, wow. Interesting color. Seems like these are actually thicker. Thicker, more like Vicar. So it's sweet and tangy BBQ. First it's sweet, then it's tangy. Ooh. Ooh, it's dancing on my tongue. Ooh. That's pretty good. First they're sweet, then they're sour. Sour Patch Kids. Yeah, they're tangy. It's not like... So basically when they say tangy, it kind of just means spice. But... Ooh, the flavor's dancing on my tongue. Ooh. No, send that to someone without context. Not me, not the Hannibal Lecter versions. It's pretty good. Although some of the flavor kind of like got over to this side of my mouth, and now it's like sticking to like the inside of my, not like inside of my mouth, just like to my gums and all that. That's really good though. I always love barbecue flavored chips and stuff like that. Not to mention the barbecue in North Carolina is great. Like when I lived in Texas, the barbecue was like all fatty and like pulled pork. It had like huge chunks of fat in it, and it's just no bueno. But here it's perfect. Steaks, we'd have steaks, and the steaks would be like that big, but then only like that much meat on it. All of that's fat, and there's only like a little bit of meat. No bueno. But here, you get nice big steaks that are pretty much all meat. You have a little layer of fat just to flavor it, because that's what the fat is for. Sink into, melts into it, makes it nice and juicy and moist, and flavors it. It's not meant to be 95% of the steak. But when it comes to barbecue, North Carolina does it right. But since these are nationwide, they're good. Actually, thinking of pulled pork and all that, put some of these kind of like nachos, but instead of beef, put some pulled pork on top. Um, like you would make it just like regular nachos. So you'd have these on the bottom, you'd have your pulled pork on the top. I mean, you guys have seen pulled pork nachos. We shouldn't have to explain it. But for people who don't know what pulled pork nachos are, they're just regular nachos. But instead of the meat, ground beef, it's pulled pork. Same idea. You still have your cheese and this and that and the height. It's just pulled pork, and it's really, really good. So I think having that with a pulled pork or some sliced like carne asada or something like that, that'd be so good. So good. So good. Guaranteed fresh until printed date. Or the snack is on us. You just leave it out. When I opened the bag, it was bad. Well, how long did you have it? I don't know. Actually, when is the expiration date on this? Where do they put in the dates here nowadays? Okay, it's like right there, and it's hard to see. Because when you have it, if you're not looking like directly in the light, it just kind of blends in. June 2023. We're in April, May, June. Okay, so it really not much longer till June. How long did you have it? Like 2 months. Well, you're supposed to. Yeah, well, I don't care what I'm supposed to do. You're not my real dad. You can't tell me what to do. Like, well, you can't really blame us for them going stale. Well, they were in the bag, and the bag was unopened. But yeah, some pulled pork or just regular nachos. There's a reason why Doritos are great nacho chips. I mean, you have your regular tortilla chips, but some of them aren't. You want something that's structurally has structural integrity to it. So when you pick up a chip and it's got like a bunch of meat and cheese and whatever else, it doesn't just snap. You want something where you can scoop it up and it holds. And I think Doritos are kind of made with that in mind. The structural integrity, pick one up and just kind of like stays where it is. Which is good, even when it's like covered in cheese and it's really good. So these are like the perfect nacho making chips, and the fact that they come in different flavors gives even more flavor to the nachos. And I think this would make a really, really, really good one. Just because let's see what's back here. Spicy sweet chili, spicy nacho. Everything has to be spicy nowadays. No reaction. But it's really good. I like this. It does. It's like, first it's sweet. It is like that. It hits you with the sweetness first, and then that little spice, which they call tangy, and then just this really good barbecue flavor, and yeah, really good. Muy bien. It's just so weird the way that I'm like this. You can tell that there's like flavoring on this because it's like a regular colored chip, like Dorito chip, but then it's like dark brown, unlike the rest of them where it's like, is there even anything on this? No, you can tell there's a lot of seasoning on that. Wait, let's see. Red 40 Lake. Red. Okay, I'm sold. These are the best chips in the world. And wait. I gotta for you fans of Yellow 6 and Blue 2. We got you covered. But Yellow 6, Red 40, and Blue 2. Perfect. We've got like the freaking Triforce here in this bag of chips. What more could you ask for? I mean, I'm a little biased. It's the Red 40 that does it. I don't know about you guys. You guys might be fans of, the Yellow 6 or the Blue 2, but for me, it's the Red 40 that does it. Just every bite is just, you can taste that Red 40. I mean, I'm just biased. I'm sorry, but that's my personal opinion. And it's not because it's a bigger number. It's just that Red 40 just shines. And people are like, what are you talking about? What do you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about Red 40. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Yeah, that's obvious. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. After that, we stop caring. Or email or chat at fritolay.com. After 5 o'clock, they stop caring. They don't care anymore. They're like, nope, everything's down. Go home, people. You're still here? The work is over. Go home. Go. Come out there in freaking bathrobes. It's like, why don't you go home? I live here. But yeah, sweet and tangy. Always a good combination. I actually got something else that I was gonna, but that's another video, probably maybe tomorrow. I do want to do like a taste test of like something fast food wise, like that what was it, that Arby's, I think it's Arby's, that bacon chicken ranch macaroni bowl or whatever. I don't remember what it's called. But all I know is that Arby's, they have the meats. I used to work at Arby's for like a day. But I know they have the meats. Not very good meats, but they have the meats. But I saw those. I was like, oh, let me pick those up. I saw the other thing. I'm like, oh, let me pick those up. And yeah. These chips are good. I also like the fact that it's a black bag. Can't go wrong with a black bag. Flavor on another level. Yeah, that's what I think about that level. Bitch. Here's where you're supposed to be, John, and this is what you're doing. Anyway, yeah, it's a great flavor. Like I said, the structural integrity of it is always great. You know, how it's a thicker chip compared to, say, Lay's or something. I mean, you have Fritos that are great, but really Fritos pie is really the only thing good to make out of those. But I think when it comes to making nachos, they actually do better than nacho chips, because nacho chips tend to be thin sometimes, and even with the thicker ones, you pick it up and they snap. At least in my, experience with nacho, actual nacho chips, tortilla chips. But Doritos, they're good. They're also good. You crush them up, especially like that. If you're like, for me, I'm probably gonna make some macaroni and cheese, and just to give it a little, just crush some of those up and just add it into the mac and cheese. Little extra cheese in there, like sharp cheddar or something, with some of those crushed up, and really good. That's what I love about Doritos. They're so versatile, casseroles, mac and cheese, nachos. Eat them on their own. They're just really versatile, and it's great. It's good. Anyway, yeah, Doritos, sweet and tangy, barbecue. They're good. You should try them. or else. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.